Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how to upset the Bungo Stray Dogs fandom. Now, this is partly just like hot takes or unpopular opinion and my thoughts on that unpopular opinion. Now, before I start this video, I'm going to tell you all to like, comment, and subscribe, and please list down all your more unpopular opinions about this fandom so I can make another video because I would love to keep doing this anyway. The first one we're going to talk about is Mori because a lot of people, if you talk about this man, or you don't fully say like, oh, I don't condone the action or blow out the name, the Bungo Stray Dogs community will attack you for no apparent reason, just because you're interested in the character or you're curious about making like theories about his backstories. One, I remember making theories about anyone's backstory isn't a hate crime. And two, this man is actually a real life person. Stop blowing out his name. That is completely disrespectful to the IRL. Although, like, I know you guys don't like him, but it's completely unnecessary for you guys to harass and attack us when we just want to, like, theorize about him. The second one is, I wish they would start making, like, Dazai the smartest person in the room. Yes, I gotta agree with this one, because I've read a lot of fan fiction where he's, like, outsmarts everyone and he knows exactly what to do. Like, even like when he like first enters the Pole Mafia, he's like out manipulating and outsmarting everyone. No, this is not how Dazai truly is. You guys forget like the first time he met like Mori, like all he wanted to do was die. He wasn't outsmarting or manipulating everyone. Like without Mori, like Dazai would be completely nothing. Like yeah, he could still be smart, but he wouldn't be the same level intelligent without him. And second of all, like when you guys do fan fiction of like, oh, the Pole Mafia would completely follow Dazai into like everything. No. Like Atsushi would, but not the rest of the Pole Mafia. Like they don't go and just abandon their own kind. Next one is, isn't it weird that half the Bungo Stray Dogs community do like found family when half the characters haven't even react to each other? Yes, I gotta agree, because like we do know that they could work together, but they're not really much fleshed out characters. Like we don't know how all the 88 characters would react to each other. We don't know like how all the Pole Mafias react to each other. We need like more team ups and like more like character development with all the characters before we like do all this. But wasn't Atsushi supposed to be the main character? I feel like yes, but then they changed it to Dazai for some weird reason. Like, if you want Dazai to be the main character, then you should have started with him and then find a pupil. And then we could find out, like, the pupil's backstory and stuff. And then you could still, like, focus on Dazai the most. But honestly, it was just strange how they introduced Atsushi as the main protagonist of the story. And then they just dumped him for Dazai because he was, like, one of the more popular characters. The characters feel so one-dimensional. Yeah, I gotta agree, because half the story does just relate about Dazai and all his stuff. Like, we never learn much about any of the other characters. Like, what was the point of putting these other characters in if you can't really, like, flesh them out quickly? And I think the problem is that they're all one-to-many characters. Like, you do need to start killing off your cast if you want to, like, properly flesh them out. Like, half the time when we learn about a character, it's, like, completely out of nowhere, like a slice of life story, or we just like learn about it. It's just like all strange, yeah. But I do believe they do need to be more fleshed out and like in a more proper sense. Characters need to either get injured or die. Yes, I'm starting to agree with this, because I do hate when the characters do get stabbed like a million times and they're like completely okay, or they're just like not dead. Like no one goes and like recovers from the injury. Like yeah, we see they're injured and then they're completely like the next day able to walk off and be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Like the only person that should be completely fine after getting injured about is Yosano and Atsushi. No one else should have that healing power. Like there needs to be consequences. Either they get injured or they die, and it is completely okay for characters to die. Like that makes the story more engaging, and you can actually have like people like mourn for these characters that we loved. Yosano's backstory kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, I gotta agree, because like the first time like Yosano said she like knew boy, she didn't seem pissed or mad about anything. So I assume like Mori did mess her up and it had to do something with her ability, because that is a very powerful ability that he would definitely want to use. So maybe he like told her to heal a bunch of people. Like I knew that something like that was gonna happen, but it was just like a complete war zone, and I'm just like, this just feels wrong. Like Yosano doesn't seem like traumatized through war. She seems like almost like what Dazai went through where she was like forced to do something and then just had to flee or realized he was messed up and had to flee. It felt like that. Because honestly, she could have like done more of like wanting Mori to die, but she like has like some weird respect where she like doesn't want Mori to die. Like if someone like that dramatic went through that, I would assume like they would jump up and say like, no, we gotta kill him, especially like Yosano. Like, or someone be like mad at Mori, because like Dazai isn't really mad at Mori, and like Yosano, like they're both completely messed up about what Mori did to them, but neither of them are like willing to kill him. Like they're just like, oh, Mori messed us up, but we're completely fine. Like at least let one of them be mad. Like yeah, she's mad when he tells him about like the transfer thing, but like nothing else. It's just like so strange. Like give us something. Characters aren't tragic. Yes, I know what you mean by that. Like every time we learn about like a character in their backstory, it doesn't feel right. Like I'm just like, oh cool bro, you went through that. Simply do not care like at all. Like the only two characters I probably cared about people's backstory is Dazai and Atsushi, because it was hinted at, it was fleshed out. Like the other characters are like, oh, this happened to me, now you gotta feel pity. And it's like nothing else. I'm just like, do something with like these characters where it seems like they're more like aware of the traumatic events instead of being just like Atsushi just like crying about his backstory. Like do something. That's all I have for today. If you have more, please list them down and I will do this again when I have like more stuff to say.